Alrighty, it is time to open the Treachery of Rhudaur. Rhudaur. This is the next. Actually, I usually look it up. I put them all in order, so like I can just take the next pack, knowing that it is the next one. But I actually did not check this one, so we're gonna hang on real quick as I just pull up my little website here and just make sure that this is actually the right pack that we're supposed to be unboxing today. Or if someone in the chat knows, we can go ahead and start opening. I should have checked. I am correct. Okay, thanks, Astari. That works for me. Alrighty, so the Treachery. We're gonna be opening this. Also, am I holding the cards close enough? I had a comment and I forgot who it was, so I apologize. But I had a comment and I want to make sure that when I'm doing these unboxings, that I'm holding cards close, that they're easy enough to read. And if not, I can definitely hold them closer. I anchor with my elbow here, and my camera is actually zoomed in more than it normally is, but I anchor with my elbow here, so it's not it's not as wobbly. So that's kind of the idea. But Treachery, we can be super critical for you this round. Thank you. Okay. I cannot get this open. I never can. We got Aristor. Oh. Okay. We're just gonna sit here. I'm just going to say nothing for 3 hours, and then we'll find. There we go. We'll get this open, and then we'll move on with the video. All right. Okay. So Aristor is a 10 threats hero. He's a lore hero. Noldor. So 10. 2/2/2/4. Draw 3 additional cards at the beginning of the resource phase. At the end of the round, discard all cards in your hand. And yeah, so let me know, like, because I can get like up here. That actually, I kind of like that better anyways. I may just start doing that. So interesting. Yeah, so discard all the cards in your hand at the end of the round. I don't love it. I think combining this with like Will of the West could be kind of interesting, where because you're putting so many cards in your discard pile, you can pull them back. That zoom in. Okay, sweet. So like up here like this. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, so I'm gonna put it down just because I'm weak and my arm will get tired. But yeah, so Will of the West shuffles your discard pile back into your deck. So if you have Will of the West, you can make sure, although you're discarding Will of the West as well, there may be a card later in this pack that helps with that, where you can maybe hang on to 1 or 2 of them. But I think it's interesting. It's kind of the options, the tactical decision making that this hero is going to provide. Decent stat line. I think he. I think he's fun. He's fun. He seems fun. Let's see if the pack supports it. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. You must use resources from 3 different heroes pools to pay for this card. This is reinforcements. We've seen something like this in Tactics, but this is the players as a group may put up to 2 allies into play from their hands. Each of these allies may interplay under any player's control. That's pretty cool. At the end of the phase, return each of those allies that are still in play to their owner's hands. That's interesting. So we can pay for this under 3. So we have to have 3 leadership or Song of Kings, which is annoying. There are ways to cheat that. I feel like it's a nice multiplayer card. Could you bring Yeah, and that's what I would probably do. Is I would probably bring Gandalf in, or like Elrond, or Galadriel, where they have like those really powerful entering play abilities, pop them back to their hand and be able to do them again. I think Gandalf is still probably going to be the best option for that. It's effectively another sneak attack for Gandalf. You could do if you had Gandalf and Glorfindel or something like that. It is an event, so you can do this in any, or Bjorn. Yeah, or Bjorn. So there's a Gandalf and Bjorn together. Yeah, That'd be fun. That'd be fun. It's interesting. It's interesting. I think that there are decks that can utilize it, which seem pretty fun. Cool. We've got Send for Aid next. Let's get that focus right there. So Send for Aid. This is, I think, the first player side scheme that costs 1. I think everything else cost 0, but Send for Aid is 1. 6, limit 1 per deck. When this stage is defeated, each player may search the top 10 cards of their deck for an ally and put it into play under their control. Each player who did this shuffles their deck. That's worth it right there. That's worth it right there. Oh my goodness. I like that a lot. You get to search 10 cards. You'll probably hit the allies. I mean, a normal deck is what, running 25 or so allies? And so that's half the deck. You'll hit an ally. I like that. I like that a lot. Good. Okay. Oh, I like this art so much. I think this was one of our cards of the day on our Discord, which shameless plug for the Discord at this point. But Elven Spear, this is a weapon. I think it's our first 0 cost weapon. We got attached to a Noldor or Sylvan hero. Discard a card from your hand to give the attached hero +1 fight until the end of the phase. Limit 3 times per phase. Okay, now I can start seeing, because I remember, I think it was Josh from Get Up in Game, or maybe it was you, Astari, was saying that the idea behind the Noldor archetype is discarding cards from your hand. So now, if you have cards that can trigger off of that, so you're drawing 3 additional, you're discarding everything at the end of the phase, Elven Spear can just be triggered with those 3 additional cards. That's really, really cool. And you get to choose. If you only need 1, you discard 1. Elven Spear seems really cool. Also like that it's just 0 cost. Yeah. Glorfindel swing for 6. And then you got the Rivendell Blade. So that reduces the defense by 2. And so now you're swinging for basically 8 against most enemies. That is cool. I'm a fan of the Elven Spear. I'm excited to see a little bit more, or a couple more of the pieces for the Noldor archetype, because I'm interested to see where they take it. I'm still a little skeptical on it right now. Next up, we've got Horn's Cry. All enemies get -1 attack until the end of the phase. This is a 2-cost tactics event. Valor action. So if your threat is above 40, you get to trigger this. Choose a player. Each enemy engaged with that player gets -3 until the end of the phase. I want to try the Valor. I want to try the Valor where you get that threat up really high. At 40, you get to trigger all these like epic Valor actions, but it is so outside of my comfort zone. That playstyle is so outside of my comfort zone that like I need to just do it. I need to just like commit to running it and be okay. And like I just need to, but like I am such a control player in any of these games. I want to control the board, and Valor seems to be that reckless Star-Lord. Let's go, let's do some crazy stuff. And I I need to try it. I just need to try it because yeah, but it's so not my style. I'm always in the low 40s. Join us. It's fun. I'll trust you on that one. How about that? Next up, we've got a 1-cost spirit. I love 1-cost allies. A 1 willpower 001. Cannot attack or defend. After the Sylvan character. This is a Sylvan character, so this runs into our Sylvan archetype. Enters play, shuffle the top card of your discard pile into your deck. I like it. I like it. Can be gamified really, really easily to make sure that you have Gandalf on the top. You can pull her and shuffle Gandalf back into your deck so that you can get just a lot of use out of those cards. Now you have to be a little creative on how you're discarding cards, but a 1-cost Sylvan ally, excellent. Run her with the Celeborn and Galadriel combo. Come in, she's questing for 2. She can't defend, which is kind of interesting. So I guess she's just hanging out. You can't throw her in front of anything, but okay. Yeah, guess she's just hanging out. Okay, up next we got the Silver Harp. Attached to a spirit hero, this is a restricted card. After a card is discarded from your hand, we can exhaust Silver Harp to return that card to your hand. Perfect. There we go. Okay, so Silver Harp, we can choose to save a card. So this is one of the ways that we can save a card from here. Or we can trigger with Elfin Stone. We can trigger with Eowyn, where she discards, gets a +1 willpower. We can grab that card right back. Cool. Okay, I'm starting to see it round out. I'm starting to see it all round out. We have Galdor of the Havens. This is a 4-cost 2/2/1/4 ally. Response: after one or more cards are discarded from your hand, draw one card. Limit once per round. I like that. There you go. Okay. Also, just it's a nice 2 willpower ally. 4 cost is a little high, but with that card draw, if you're discarding, like, you run this alongside none of the Noldor stuff, run this alongside just Galadriel, and you're just filtering deck. He's got 4 HP. Yeah, he's got 4 HP. That's beefy. That's a really beefy ally. Huh. Okay, yeah. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. He is unique. Galdor is unique, so you can only have one of those, unfortunately. Next up, we got The Door is Closed. This is a 1-cost lore event. After an encounter card is revealed from the encounter deck, cancel its effects and discard it there. And if there is a card with the same title, and cancel its effects and discard it if there's a card with the same title in the victory display. That feels so very situational. We've got Elf Friend. Oh, that's cool. Elf Friend. Attached to a character, the attached character gains the Noldor and Sylvan trait. 1-cost basic attachment. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, because then you can start just, giving them. I feel like they have some of the coolest, like, attachments, Noldor and Sylvan. But alrighty, well, there you go. I'm surprised that you don't have to have an elf in play in order, or like a Noldor or Sylvan in play to play this card. You can just run dwarfs and then, like, lay Elf Friend on all of your dwarfs. No elves had any say in that, but we're good. Okay, so I think that, we're starting to see that Noldor archetype shore up. We got the card in the last pack, which was the Spirit Ally, that you can, instead of paying her cost, discard, I think, 2 cards from your hand to put her into play. I feel like it's kind of like this reckless type thing. I think it would be kind of fun, whether they like it or not. Exactly, Astari. Yes. You got Galdor. I think that would be fun to try and play around. I can see Elrond Grimace already. Yeah. I really like Sin for 8. I think Sin for 8 is a really, really solid card. I'm excited to see more of the Noldor stuff. More Sylvan toys is always fun. I think Sylvan's probably still my favorite way to play. And so seeing more Sylvan stuff is always nice and fun. But yeah, very cool. Very cool pack. We are... What is next week? Next week is... Yeah, we'll be back next Friday with the next pack, which I should have looked up. I don't remember what it is yet. But we'll be back next week on Friday at 10 a.m. Same time, same place. Again, just make sure that you're checking YouTube and all of that, just in case something changes. I don't foresee anything, but maybe. Who knows? Thanks for the stream. Lots of fun. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. Thanks to Starry. Hope you all have a fantastic Friday. Great start to your weekend, and hope you have a good, safe weekend ahead of you all. Enjoy your card games. Enjoy your friends. I will see you around. See you on Monday. Peace.